Hey guys, welcome to Man City Fan TV, and this is the FIFA Career Mode series. My name is Kiam, and this is episode 14. So thank you for joining us, and if you were on episode 13, you will know that the quest for us to become invincible Centurions ended in defeat because we lost the game to Chelsea. So let's just recap the previous episode, and you will see there we beat Arsenal by 4-3. We then drew with Liverpool and went out on penalties in the FA Cup, so that obviously wasn't the best. And then we played Chelsea in the Premier League and we lost by 2-1. So that is our first defeat of the Premier League season, and we ended with a 2-1 defeat. So I'm sorry guys, Kiam isn't going to give you the first invincible Centurions, but we are still on track to win the Premier League. But coming up now on episode 14, the very first game is Real Madrid in the Champions League. So we're in the last 16 of the Champions League, and the very first game of this episode is Real Madrid. We're then going to be playing against Everton in the Premier League, and we have a game against West Ham as well. So let's just take a very quick look at the Premier League table. So I'm just going to go to the standings. I'm just going to move back a couple, and we will take a look at the Premier League. So just to recap, you can see we've played 26, we've won 20, drawn 5, we've now lost that one game to Chelsea, and we're on 65 points. So we're still cruising in the Premier League, and we're in good shape to go ahead and win the title. So I'm not too concerned, albeit Spurs have got a game in hand there, so we're going to have to make sure we don't slip up. But the focus is now well and truly on the Champions League. So can we win the Champions League and the Premier League double? So we started off the season looking at a quintuple, and bit by bit it's been whittled away. And you can see there Bernardo Silva has won the Player of the Month award, which is great news. Let's just go to the office and see what we've got in the old inbox. So the press conference have gathered for the game against Real Madrid. It's a big game. It's the last 16 in the Champions League. Let's go ahead and praise the City boys. The board are saying I'm not on track, but that doesn't matter because I'm only playing one season, and we'll be playing FIFA 20 after this. So here we go. We're away at the Bernabeu. I need to adjust my controls, I think, because I haven't got the right control. So let me just go to custom A, which I believe is the correct control. And we're going to be in our away kit. We're going to have Real Madrid in their home kit, obviously. And let's have a look at the team. So we're going to go with our strongest lineup. We've got Ederson in goal. We've got Mendy at left back, Laporte, Ake at centre back, and Kyle Walker at right back. Obviously, we have an injury to John Stones. John Stones is out. So we've got Ake in there. We've got Fernandinho holding. We've got Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. And then Raheem Sterling on the right, Aguero up front, and Leroy Sané on the left. So I'm not going to change that around. I'm going to stick with our main starting 11 and see if we can pick up a result away at the Bernabeu. So I don't think a draw would be the end of the world in the first leg away from home. It's the last 16 of the Champions League. This is going to be a really difficult tie. If anyone plays FIFA out there, you will know Real Madrid are a pretty tough team to face in the Champions League, especially on this mode. We're playing on the ultimate difficulty level, so don't forget that. So guys, do hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification. There's going to be lots of build up to the FIFA 20 game coming out on the channel soon, and obviously the games themselves. Once we get the FIFA 20 game up and running, we will start some career modes, and we'll be looking at starting an ultimate team as well, and you'll get some videos on the channel. So yeah, do hit that like button. Like I say, do hit subscribe, and the important one is to hit that bell notification and make sure you select all. If you do that, then you're going to get all of the content through from Man City Fan TV, including all of the matchday content, all of the FIFA content, all the podcasts, everything we do will come through. So here we go. It's the last 16 of the Champions League. We're at Real Madrid, and the players are about to come out. So it's a big game in the Champions League, and the music is playing, so we can boo the music if we want to. We don't like the UEFA music. Let's give it a boo. The Real Madrid players there lined up, ready for action. There's a great left back Marcelo. I really rate Marcelo. And then we've got Ramos, Sergio Ramos. Is he going to be getting stuck in? I'd imagine he will be. So let's get this one underway. Kevin De Bruyne's ready for it. Let's get this Champions League last 16 tie underway at the Bernabeu. So can we get a result to take back to the Etihad? So straight away Real Madrid are putting the pressure on. Okay, and I'm just going to pause because my controllers are not the same. Going to just change my controllers because I'm on tactical defending. I don't play on tactical defending. I play with that. I play with that. I play with legacy defending. So that's because I've been jumping offline, online, playing FIFA Pro Club. So I have to sometimes make alterations to my controllers, because if anybody plays online, you know you can only play with tactical defending if you're playing pro clubs online. So we've been doing a lot of pro clubs, and look out for our Man City Fan TV Pro Club. If you want to join in, you can do. Oh, I've hit the bar. Yeah, if you want to join our pro club, you can send a tweet over to @MCFCFIFA, or you can email me at Kiam mcfcfantv@gmail.com, and you can join in with us. We've got probably 9 or 10 members of the squad now who play on a regular basis, and we're doing quite well. We've moved up 5 divisions in the pro clubs, but I know a lot of people will probably be interested when the new FIFA comes out and Real Madrid are in. Is that a penalty? It is, and that is not good. Oh no, Nathan Ake has got a red card at the Bernabeu. So Nathan Ake sent off. It was a last-ditch tackle on Gareth Bale, and no hesitation there. The referee gives him the red card, and City are down to 10 men at the Bernabeu in the last 16 of the Champions League. So this is not the start we wanted to this Champions League tie. And he's missed the penalty. Cavani has missed the penalty, so that is unbelievable. He managed to get out of jail there. So we're going to have to make some alterations now to the team. We're going to have to probably bring a centre-back on. We've got Mangala there. Let's bring Mangala on. Oh wait, I just tried to sub a player who was... I'm going to actually sub Leroy Sané. And I'm going to bring on Mangala to partner Laporte. So there you see, we've got Mangala in. I'm just going to have to leave a gap in this position here, and we'll keep Bernardo Silva there, but Bernardo will track back as well to cover that space. So we've got a bit of work to do in the Bernabeu. There's only 15 minutes on the clock. City are down to 10 men. Kiam there in his Roy Cropper jacket. He's making changes. And Mangala, the legend, is on. So for those of you who always ask me to play Mangala, he's getting a game at the Bernabeu in the Champions League last 16. So here comes Mendy down this left-hand side. Can we get a result with 10 men? That's the question. Here comes Sergio. Back to Mendy. Plays it inside to Sergio Aguent. Oh, tackle. Oh, Sterling there. Sterling nearly got onto that. That was a loose pass by the Madrid player. Sterling tried to get a foot on the ball. Madrid now just knocking it about. We've just got to be patient. I don't mind this. We've only got 10 men. We're away from home. Let's just keep it tight. I'll be happy to take them back with a draw. Even, I mean, a narrow defeat wouldn't be the end of the world if that's what happens. Obviously, we've only got 10 men, so it is going to be tough. Mangala there with a great header. Plays it into Fernandinho to De Bruyne. Raheem's out wide. Great ball to Raheem. But his touch let him down then. Really bad touch by Raheem Sterling on the wing. He should have brought that under control and cut inside. Maybe the nerves are getting to him. Here comes De Bruyne. Oh, not the best of passes. Plays it wide to Mendy. Mendy's got the power to get down this left-hand side. Plays it to Bernardo. Back to Fernandinho. He plays it wide to Sterling. Great ball back to Sterling. And it's good possession here. We're keeping possession. We're being sensible. We're not giving the ball away cheaply. Aguero with the shot. Fired the shot, and Courtois managed to tip the ball around the post. So some great play, considering we're a man down. Some nice, calm build-up play. Aguero unleashed the shot, and Courtois managed to tip it around the post. So we're not doing too badly. We've got a corner. Corner comes in. Oh, keeper tips it away. We win that header. We need to. Should have won that header there. Fernandinho. Gareth Bale. It's on the run. He's rapid, Gareth Bale, on this game. But Mendy is as well, to be fair. So Mendy would have probably kept up with him in terms of pace. And here he is again, Bale. He's tricky. Cross comes in. Can Ederson get it? He can. Out to Marcelo. Marcelo's on the edge, crosses it in. We've got to try and clear our lines. Mendy manages to clear it away. So 41 minutes. We're just coming towards half time on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode episode 14. It's the last 16 of the Champions League. And we are trying to hang on because we've gone down to 10 men. Comes back in. Comes Fernandinho, plays it into Aguero's feet. Sergio, oh, nice little bit of footwork on the edge of the box there. Didn't get the shot off early enough, and the Real Madrid man managed to block it. So not too bad. We're at the halfway mark in the first leg. It's 0-0. Gareth Bale there's given us a few problems down the. He's playing on the right-hand side, but we've managed to keep him out so far, and it's 0-0 at half-time in this Champions League last 16 tie. So do hit the like button, guys, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you will get all of the regular Man City Fan TV content, including all of these FIFA videos, all the career mode series. Also look out for our FIFA Knows series. That's where I take on the opposition that Man City are actually playing in real life. So look out for those FIFA Know videos. They always come out the day before, usually a day, maybe 2 days before the actual fixture. So if we're playing on a weekend, the FIFA Know series usually comes out on the Friday with our prediction videos. And that was a bad pass there by Fernandinho, not the start we needed to the second half. We just wanted to keep hold of the ball, try and keep things calm. And he hit a really loose pass across, but that's good defending. Mangala, to be fair, has done really well since he's come on. And De Bruyne with the ball there. To Fernandinho, back to De Bruyne. Fernandinho, so we're keeping the ball well. Great ball, here comes Raheem. Raheem Sterling there, not the best bit of play. Carvajal just took the ball off his toes. Oh, nearly. Bernardo into De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the shot. Oh, De Bruyne with a great run. Nice run there, just overlaps his man. You could see Bernardo had the vision to just cut it back to him, and Kevin De Bruyne fired the shot over. So Gareth Bale's going off. He's been a bit of a thorn in our sides in the first half. He's not done much so far in the second half, and they've pulled him off and brought on Vasquez. So we've got to work hard here. Got to try and get a result so we can get back to the Etihad and play him again with the full complement, the full 11 players. And that's our throw-in. A great ball out wide, and here comes Raheem Sterling up against Marcelo. But like I say, Marcelo is a really good left back. He was having none of it there. Well, that's a good ball though. Look at that, Aguero. Aguero was on his heels a little bit there when the ball came through. It's a good opportunity for him to turn and have a run at the defender. But he wasn't ready for it. So Real Madrid try to put a bit of pressure on now. We've just got to hold our ground. Oh, hit the back of Laporte's head there. And went back into the hands of Ederson. So Kevin De Bruyne going to spread it wide to Raheem Sterling. That's better from Sterling. Here comes De Bruyne. Can he get it into Aguero? He can. No, is it? No, it's Bernardo. It's Bernardo Silva. It's 1-0 to City. Away from home in the Champions League last 16. That's the away goal. And it's bubblegum Bernardo Silva. What a fantastic goal. We're down to 10 men as well. But we've managed to get that away goal. It's a great piece of football. I thought it was Aguero at first, but it was Bernardo just cut in. And to be fair, he's doing the job of two people as well out there, because he's having to cover the midfield and he's working on the left. But it just shows you what that man can do. And it's a fantastic start to this episode 14 on this FIFA Career Mode series. So it's 1-0 to City. And we're on 75 minutes, so can we see this one through? We just need to keep our shape now, stay disciplined, and take this result back to the Etihad for the second leg. Fernandinho, so we just want to keep hold of the ball really. To De Bruyne. Whoa, Kyle Walker with one of his moments there. Kyle Walker with a loose pass. We didn't need that. We had total control of the ball. Well in by Mendy. Great ball through. Here's Aguero. Oh, Aguero there. Nearly had the run on his man. Kyle Walker's touch let him down. Sterling. Into Bernardo. Overlap from Mendy. Here it comes. And Varane managed to get a foot in. So probably being a little bit too adventurous here. Mendy stepping forward when really we should just be shutting up shop. I don't know if City know the meaning of shutting up shop though, do they? Let's be honest. Here comes Toni Kroos. We want to try and get him off his left foot and he's running through. I don't like this. Oh, I thought that was in. Thought it was in for a moment. Left-footed shot into the side netting. It looked close. It wasn't actually that close, but it looked it, and I saw the net ripple. And I thought he'd got the equaliser. So we're into the last minute of this Champions League last 16 tie. City are 1-0 up, away from home at the Bernabeu. It's been a fantastic performance, professional performance. And there we go. The time is up. Manchester City win 1-0. Away from home at Real Madrid in the last 16, first leg. And it's a fantastic start to episode 14. Obviously, we had a very disappointing episode 13, so we want to try and get a little bit of joy back to the FIFA. It was all doom and gloom after episode 13 because we went out the FA Cup and we lost our crusade to become the invincible Centurions. So let's go ahead then and start the Premier League game. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. It's a great start. And we've got a couple of tricky-ish. We've got Everton and West Ham coming up now in the Premier League. So Everton potentially could be a tricky game. Everton are usually tough to play against on FIFA, and we're away from home as well. So let me just go back. I just want to go and check the calendar. Let's see when the second leg is of that Champions League game. So we've got Everton and West Ham to finish today's episode. And then as we move into March, we've got Bournemouth, Watford and Real Madrid. So episode 15 is going to be a humdinger because the last game on episode 15 will be that second leg tie against Real Madrid. So do join us for the next episode as well to see how that last 16 tie pans out. We're going to have a 1-0 lead to take back to the Etihad. So we're going to go ahead and start the game against Everton. We're away from home. Which kit shall we play in? I think we'll be okay in that. They can play in the home kits. And in terms of the team, we'll play Sané. Obviously, Sané went off after that red card in the last game. The red card to Ake, so he's available. Sterling. I'm going to give Sterling a rest. I'm going to bring in Riyad Mahrez. I'm going to bring in young Phil Foden for De Bruyne. I'm going to bring in Rodri as well for Fernandinho. Let's just freshen it up. Ake can play because obviously he got a red card in the Champions League, so he's fresh as a daisy. Mendy's on the left there, but I'm going to bring in Zinchenko for Mendy as well. So a couple of changes, but we'll stick with Aguero up top. A couple of changes to the team just to keep it as fresh as we can. But I don't want to make too many changes against Everton because they are a difficult side to beat on FIFA on ultimate difficulty level away from home. And to be honest, we do need to win this game as well, because I think if Spurs win their game in hand, they can move within maybe 7 or 8 points of us. So that, it's quite a big lead, but it's not unattainable for Spurs. They can win a couple of games and get back in it. We could lose. We could have a bit of a wobble, especially as we go on in the Champions League. We could end up having a wobble and throwing the Premier League away. So we don't want to do that. So here come the teams. It's City versus Everton on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode. It's episode 14. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're at Goodison Park. It's a stadium that I'm fond of, to be honest. It's a stadium I used to sit in the away end with some of my Liverpudlians, I suppose, but Evertonians, they prefer me to call them. With some of my Evertonian friends, used to sit in the lower Gladys Street section, and I was there when Joey Barton scored. No, sorry, it wasn't Joey Barton. It was Micah Richards scored the last-minute goal against them to get a 1-1 draw, and Joey Barton pulled his shorts down to reveal his backside to the fans, which didn't go down too well. And it didn't go down too well that I was sat in the away end and I celebrated a Manchester City last-minute equaliser. There were some people upset, but I offered them a game of FIFA afterwards and all was good in the world. Now, that was a bit of a lie. I didn't really offer them a game of FIFA after. I kept my head down and I kept quiet. But here we go. So, Bernardo Silva into Aguero. Back to Aguero. Oh, it was a great ball through. Sergio there usually buries them in the top corner. It was a feeble finish. It was the most un-Sergio-like finish I've ever seen. We've got to keep the pressure on here. Let's make Everton work. Leroy Sané down the left, and Leroy Sané's in. Great run by Leroy. Crosses it in, Aguero with a header. Oh, and the keeper tips it over the bar. Jordan Pickford, the man who looks 15 years old, the man who's too small to be a goalkeeper, but somehow managed to hustle his way into a Premier League football club and become the England goalkeeper. I don't know how it quite happened, but it did. Oh, and there's the header. Cleared off the line. And here comes Richarlison on the break for Everton. So we've got to watch it because Richarlison's pretty quick on this game, and he's tricky as well. So he will try and get us on the break. Got to keep the ball out of the air. That's a good header. Ederson was stretching then, so Everton putting a bit of pressure on. So it's a tough start. Goal line decision. I don't think we need a goal line decision system to tell us that that wasn't a goal. I mean, that is ridiculous getting a replay of that because it wasn't even near, unless it moves on a bit further. No, it actually moves further out. So that was ridiculous going to goal line technology when there was a man clearly 2 feet away from his own line touching the ball. And this is Everton's chance. So at the moment it's 0-0, 20 minutes gone. This is game number 2 on episode 14 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode series. We made a cracking start by beating Real Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League away from home with 10 men. So can we continue it in the Premier League? Here comes Phil Foden, plays it to Riyad Mahrez. And Riyad Mahrez cut inside there, didn't make the right pass, to be honest. I held on to it too long. So sorry, Algerian fanboys, I know you wanted me to do a little bit better there with Mahrez, and I should have. I should have done better. That was my fault. Great ball through here. Bernardo, we know where this one's ending up. Yes, we do. Bernardo Silva, bubblegum, does it again. Second game on episode 14, and it's the same man who scored both of the goals. He scored at the Bernabeu in the Champions League last 16, and he scores again at Everton. Nice little bit of play, cut inside. Defender had no chance, buries it in the corner, and it's 1-0 to City away at Everton in this Premier League game. So fantastic start to episode 14. City players are celebrating with the City fans at Goodison. And happy days, 30 minutes on the clock, 1-0. So Everton get it back underway. And we've got to try and get a foot in. There we go, Laporte just cleaning up. And Aguero. Ooh, nearly. I thought for a minute this could be a volley. It is. Oh, Foden there with the volley. Teed up to him. I think it was Bernardo that just teed the ball up. Comes Rodri. Rodri caught dwelling on the ball there. Rodri dilly-dallying. De Bruyne's rescued him though. Plays it back to Rodri. And again, Rodri caught on the ball, and this time Richarlison's in. It's a great shot. It's a poor clearance, and Ederson's managed to save it. But that wasn't the best bit of play by Rodri. Twice in the space of a couple of minutes, he gave the ball away cheaply, and Everton nearly punished us. Rodri plays it wide. Kyle Walker going to play it into Mahrez, as Mahrez got the speed. I think Digne's a good player there, left back for Everton. Managed to get back and cover against Mahrez. Here's Richarlison against Richarlison's full of running. He's stretched us a few times at the back. We've got to watch out for him in the second half. Here comes Zinchenko down the left. Leroy make a run. And Leroy there, he wasn't the best of runs by Leroy Sané. Great interception by Rodri, that's a bit more like it. So it got a little bit messy there towards the end of that half. It turned into a bit of a midfield battle. But nevertheless, we are 1-0 up against Everton. It's that man who scored the goal, Bernardo Silva. And it's a very strong start to this episode 14 FIFA career mode on Man City Fan TV. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and do leave your comments down below. We want all of your ideas, especially with the FIFA 20 in mind as well. Let me know what you want to see from Man City Fan TV in terms of FIFA 20. Do you want to see me do a career mode? Do you want me to do a Road to Glory type career mode? Would you like me to play some Ultimate Team? If you want me to do that, I can go ahead and set up an Ultimate Team and play some Ultimate Team games as well. Although I won't be getting my credit card out and spending loads of money on points, so don't expect that. I'm going to have to earn me points and build the squad from the bottom up and see where we end up. Oh, nice turn there. Look at that. This Everton player turned between the two City players there. Just confidently turned between Sané and Aguero. Comes Theo Walcott to Laporte. A little ball inside there, but it's put us in trouble. And Richarlison. Well done, Nathan Ake. Oh, and a shot came back. Nathan Ake there with a nice little interception, but it went straight back out to the Everton player. And I'll be honest, I'll be happy if I can get a second goal. I mean, Sané's going to be offside, I think. Yes, he is. Yeah, I'll be happy if I can get a second goal because this game is pretty tight. It's a bit of a midfield scrap. It's not as comfortable as we'd like it to be. Some of the players do feel a little bit tired. You know, we did have a difficult game away at Real Madrid in the Champions League in that first match. Some of them feel a little bit leggy. I mean, I did make a few changes, but not, you know, I didn't make that many changes, so some of them won't be as fresh. And in fact, I think that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to make a change because of that. There's the reason I'm going to make a change. Everton got the ball through and they scored a goal. So I'm going to take Aguero off because he doesn't feel that sharp. I'm going to bring on Gabriel Jesus. And I'm going to bring on... David Silva for Foden. Probably should have taken Bernardo off, but Bernardo's far too important to us. So not the greatest bit of play there. Everton have managed to get an equaliser. They're back in the game. We've got some work to do at Goodison Park. Sergio Aguero going off. We're bringing Gabriel Jesus on. We're bringing David Silva on for Foden. So let's see if we can just get a little bit more control in this game and try and get back in front. Here's Bernardo. Plays it to Zinchenko. And that ball was supposed to be for Leroy Sané, but for some reason in this game, Leroy Sané just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to run. He's not making any runs down the line, which is strange for Leroy Sané. You think Sané would be making lots of runs in behind. That's a good ball though. That one's in behind, and here he comes now. He's going to fire the shot, and that was a horrendous shot by Leroy Sané. I mean, I know he's one-sided, he's left-footed, but I thought I'd try a shot on his right, and that was ridiculous. It nearly went for a throw-in. So it's 1-1, 68 minutes on the clock. This is the second game on episode 14. It's 1-1, away at Goodison Park. We've got some work to do. And to be honest, Everton here, well, they could... you know, they could nick this. If we're not careful, they could nick this game. Comes Gabby Jesus. Hopefully Gabby Jesus can give us a little bit more movement up front, because Sergio just wasn't giving us that movement. Here's Jesus with the shot. And Everton managed to clear the lines. They kick it out for a throw-in. And Everton are making some changes now. So Everton fancy it. They think they can get a result. They think they can go on and win this game. And it's not been a vintage Man City performance by any stretch of the imagination. A little bit of after the Lord Mayor's parade, after we beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. Here comes Riyad Mahrez. Oh, is that a penalty? Oh, nearly. I thought we might get a penalty out of that poor pass by Mahrez, then just dinks it inside. I actually hit the wrong button, to be fair to Mahrez. I just tried to pass it inside, but I did almost like a through ball. But it was only a yard away from the man, so it didn't really come off. Here comes the cross, and he's in, and Everton have scored. And this is not good news. Everton have scored. It's 2-1. And in the 86th minute, absolute shock in the Premier League. After we lost our first Premier League game to Chelsea, it looks like lightning might strike twice, and we might go down to Everton. So this could be 2 defeats on the bounce, and our Premier League credentials are in question, because Spurs are on our tail. So can we get back in it? Let's see if we can rescue a point from this game. And it's not a very good performance at all. And Bernardo Silva, no, trying to get the ball through the middle. It's all a little bit too sort of intricate in the middle. And it's a bit ragtag at the back. And they're in again, Everton. Oh, and Everton should have got a third. They should have got a third there in injury time. And this has been a disappointing day, to say the least, away at Everton. It looks like we've lost the game. We have indeed. It's all over, and we lose game 2 on episode 14. Kiam there, not a happy manager. 2-1 to Everton after being a goal up. We were in control of the game really at the beginning, and we just let it slip. We got too comfortable, and the Everton players carried on fighting and managed to get a result. So disappointing second game after a fantastic first game. victory in the Champions League. We go down 2-1 at Everton. So we need to have a look at the league table now and just see how that affects things, because Spurs are not too far away and we've lost 2 games on the bounce. So we just need to check what the gap is at the top of the league. So we've got 2 games in hand. So let's just run it on, because Spurs have got some games in hand. I don't know if they're going to play any. No, Spurs have still got 2 games in hand. I don't know what Spurs are doing. They're on some sort of vacation. Well, let's have a look. We've got Manchester City there on play 27. We're on 65 points. So we're 11 points ahead of Spurs. But obviously they have 2 games in hand. So if they win those 2 games, the gap could be down to just 5 points. So this title race is getting a little bit tighter than we were expecting. Let's just check the office. And there we go. Yeah, they've rescinded the offer for me to go and manage India. I don't really fancy the commute between Ancoats and Mumbai. So I'm going to reject the India job. No offense to any of our Indian viewers, but it's a long way to travel to manage 2 teams. And we're going to play our 3rd game then. So we're at the Etihad. We're playing against West Ham United. And we really do need to get back to winning ways in the Premier League, because simply hasn't been good enough. I'm going to start with Jesus today. I'm going to start with David Silva, De Bruyne, Sterling. Leroy Sané can... well, Sané can start actually, because we haven't got that many fresh wingers. So I'm going to play Mangala. So I'm going to have to rest Laporte. Laporte's a little bit tired. And I haven't got Cancelo. But we did buy this lad. If you remember earlier on in the series, we bought Porro. So I'm going to give Porro a debut, because we haven't seen Porro yet in the game. So let's go ahead and give Porro his home debut and see if we can get back to winning ways. So a disastrous second game there. That's 2 Premier League defeats on the bounce after not losing a game in the Premier League for almost, what, 25, almost the whole season really, 25 sort of games. We've lost 2 on the bounce. So it just shows you how that can happen. And it was looking like a season of invincible Centurions, and now it's a season where we're hoping we can win the Premier League and maintain that gap. So the players are coming out of the Etihad. It's game number 3 on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode episode 14. City fans there, still loud, still celebrating the fact we're top of the league. But we've got a little bit of work to do now, and it starts with this game against West Ham. Let's try and get back to winning ways. There's the debut boy as well, Pedro Porro. He's a defender, he's only 19, but he's going to be our right back in this game. So we're going to get it underway. Gabby Jesus plays it back. Here comes the new man, Porro. And it's not Poirot, it's Porro. Poirot's a man who used to figure out murder mysteries on a train, in case you didn't know who he was. And I definitely haven't signed him as our new right back. I can confirm that 100%. So Raheem Sterling plays it into Gabby Jesus. Plays it through to David Silva. Nearly. A little bit too tight there. Good cover by Mendy. Plays it into Gabby Jesus. Oh, Gabby Jesus there trying to flick it. Here comes Sterling. Fires the shot. Oh, that should have been 1-0. Great run by Sterling. Powerful. Direct. Did everything right. Fired the shot and it hit the woodwork. I don't know if the keeper got a touch on it, but really unlucky. We've got to watch it here though, because they're in, and it's Philippe Anderson. Oh my days, it's 1-0 to West Ham. They've hit us on the break with a sucker punch. And we were putting the pressure on. Sterling had the shot, hit the bar, and then they came straight down the other end on the break. And West Ham United have taken the lead. Look at that. And the West Ham fans go absolutely wild, celebrating at the Etihad because they've just gone 1-up. And could we be staring our 3rd defeat on the bounce in the face? I don't know. Is it? Let's hope it's not. It's still early days. We can turn this one around. Kiam there, looking like a man under a little bit of pressure at the moment. And this is testing times in the career mode season. We haven't seen a game or a period quite like this. So this is what it's all about. Can we recover from a test? Can we hold our nerves? These are the games where the pressure's on and we need to hold our nerve. Gabby Jesus with the shot. Oh, it's a great shot just over the top. It was a fantastic turn there. Fired the shot. And it wasn't too far away. It was dipping at the end. But yeah, not close enough. But only 16 minutes on the clock. We can get back into this one. There's enough time for us to change this game around. Comes Silva into Fernandinho. Plays it to Poirot. Here's the new lad. Great ball in. And he plays it, and it's a header, and it's Gabby Jesus. And that's an assist for the new man. Poirot, the right back. He comes in, makes his debut, and crosses a great ball in. And Gabby Jesus with a powerful header. The goalkeeper had no chance. Look at the overlap here from Poirot. Gets to the byline, pulls it back with a great cross. Gabby Jesus with a powerful header to the bottom right-hand side of the keeper. And the keeper scrambled across, but he just couldn't get to it. There was too much power on it. And City are back in this game after a very, very shaky start. We managed to turn it around. So let's see if we can go on now and get the win, because we need to get back to winning ways. We cannot afford 3 defeats on the bounce. 3 defeats on the bounce could potentially leave us in a position where we only have a 2-point gap at the top of the Premier League after being so dominant. Here comes De Bruyne. Plays it to Raheem Sterling. So this is more like it now. The City boys are getting into the groove a bit. Plays it wide. David Silva. Oh, David Silva there. Couldn't get the ball out of his feet to get the shot off. And West Ham again trying to get us on the break. They're pretty crafty there on the break. They know how to do it. And that's into David Silva, Leroy Sané. And it's 2-1 City. Superb piece of play. Ball came into David Silva's feet. He was calm, took a touch, saw that Leroy Sané was free on the left-hand side and played the ball through. And there was only one outcome there when Leroy got it on his left foot and it hit the back of the net. And it's 2-1 City on this third game on Man City Fan TV, FIFA Career Mode, episode 14. We're back into a winning position. And let's see if we can go on and add a couple more goals to this tally, because we need to at least get a cushion. We need one more because the games have been a little bit too tight for my liking. Mendy's on the overlap here. Plays it back to Sané. That's a great ball in. De Bruyne fires the shot. Oh, and the keeper saved it. I thought that was number 3. And West Ham at the moment are getting cut open. They had such a strong start. They managed to get a goal. But the City boys are back in it and putting the pressure on. And Philippe Anderson here on the break. He's a handful actually. Philippe Anderson, he's got a bit of pace about him. He's pretty tricky. He's difficult to play against, and that's true in real life. I mean, Philippe Anderson is a cracking player. I think, you know, he wouldn't be out of place even at City. I think he's a really skillful player. I don't know what his injury record's like. I must admit that's something I might have to look into, but I do like Philippe Anderson. Throwing comes into De Bruyne. De Bruyne fires a low shot and the keeper tips it round. De Bruyne there, they stood off him. They were giving KDB too much space, and you know that KDB's going to have a crack if they do that. And he fired the shot to the bottom left-hand side for the goalkeeper. He dived across and managed to make the save. Here comes the cross. And it comes out to David Silva. Gets it on his left foot, curls it. Oh, and it was just wide of that post. Tried to add a little bit of whip on it. And that would have been 3-1 just before half-time. But as it is, it's still 2-1. We're in injury time now at the end of this first half on game number 3 on this FIFA Career Mode series. He's going to win the header there. Fernandinho. Can he get a foot in? And Sané plays it through to Gabby Jesus. And Gabby Jesus there just seemed to run at his man. And there we go, it's half-time. So half-time in game number 3. It was a tricky start to the game. West Ham took the lead, but City have managed to fight back and score 2 goals. So we'll lead the game 2-1. Do hit the like button, guys. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification as well. Also, if there's any of you interested in playing a 1v1 against me, probably on the FIFA 20 game, if I'm honest, we'll probably do the 1v1s when the FIFA 20 game comes out. But if you're interested in doing a 1v1, maybe a 3-game series, we can meet online, have a 1v1, and we can record it and put that out on the channel as well. So do let me know on Twitter at MCFCFIFA, or you can email me, Kiam MCFCFanTV@gmail.com. So half-time, we're 2-1 up on this third game. Let's see if we can put this one to bed, get the 3 points and get back to winning ways in the Premier League, because we lost 2 on the bounce and we cannot have a third game that we drop points in. Not with Spurs breathing down our neck. And here's Philippe Anderson again, that man. He's always there, putting the legwork in. Leroy Sané should have been stronger there. It's a great shot. Oh, very, very close there. That was very close to going in. Look at that. And it's Arnautovic. Flicked a first-time shot, and we got away with it a bit there. Mangala into Fernandinho. David Silva. Nice turn there by Gabby Jesus. Into Raheem Sterling. Ooh, Raheem Sterling tried to slide onto that. Good piece of defending by the West Ham man. Fernandinho into David Silva. And here comes Fernandinho. Is he going to get a shot off? Possibly. No, plays it to KDB. KDB's going to get the shot off. Oh, he hits the crossbar or the post. It was a combination of both, I think. It was a fantastic shot by KDB. Really unlucky there that that one didn't go in. He thundered the shot and it hit the upright. Great ball there. Nearly played Mendy, and Mendy was on an overlapping run. And West Ham again, they're going to catch us on the break. And Mangala's got to get back. And the new man, Porro, nearly gave it away, but managed to recover it. And Raheem Sterling getting behind, he's making the run. Oh, and Raheem Sterling there could have nicked that ball from the left back. Couldn't quite get around to get it. And West Ham again, they're playing that long ball on the break. They're hitting the long ball through, and then they're getting men up to support quickly. But it's causing us quite a few problems because we're committing a lot of men forward. And they're managing to exploit that space in behind. So we've got to keep an eye on it. It's only 2-1. Here comes Gabby Jesus. Plays it into Sterling. Silva. Goes to De Bruyne. Oh, and the West Ham player manages to just get a toe on that to take it away from De Bruyne, who surely would have smashed that in the top corner. And it is a little bit of a makeshift centre-back pairing, so maybe that's the reason we're struggling a little bit at the back. We're not really controlling their strikers because we've got Nathan Ake and Mangala as our centre-back pairing, so a little bit of a downgrade to what we're normally used to with Stones and Laporte. Here comes Gabby Jesus. Great pace from Jesus there. Into David Silva. Great ball through. Fernandinho finishes it off. Great run. David Silva there. Lovely way to pass. Held onto the ball. Waited for the overlapping run. Fernandinho made that overlapping run. Long bursting run. He got forward. And Fernandinho has secured the 3 points for City in this third game here on Man City Fan TV. Look at the City fans celebrating. Everyone's happy. It's a sigh of relief because we were staring 3 defeats in a row in the face in the first half when we went a goal down. But we've managed to show a bit of character, show the fight, and we've turned it around. And it's 3-1 to City on the 80th minute. So all we need to do now really is let's keep our composure here, just see the game out, nothing silly. Let's not concede a silly goal and leave us scrambling at the end. Oh, and Ederson tips one out. So you can see by playing a more makeshift sort of defence with Ake and Mangala, it does have an effect on all the other players because they do seem a lot more sort of edgy in this game than they normally do. There's a lot more space in behind. And I suppose as well, when you think about it, we've also played the new lad, Porro, at right back. So he's making his debut. So it really is a makeshift defence. So we're doing well to get any sort of result with such a makeshift defence. Here comes Fernandinho, the goal scorer, into David Silva. Plays it to Kevin De Bruyne. Back to De Bruyne. Oh, no, just behind him. Looked like it was going to fall nicely to De Bruyne there to fire a shot. And it was just in behind. Here's Philippe Anderson. He's been a difficult opponent. He really has. He's caused us all sorts of problems. And there we go. That's the end of the game. It's a 3-1 victory to Manchester City in this third game on episode 14 on Man City Fan TV. Fantastic victory in the end. It was a difficult match. West Ham really did push us. A club that I really like, West Ham. I've always had a lot of time for West Ham fans. Always been treated really well going down to West Ham. So I'm glad they gave us a good game there. One for the fans. If there's any West Ham fans watching, do hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Say hello. We don't mind that you're a West Ham fan, or fans of any other club. You're always welcome to watch the content on Man City Fan TV. So let's go ahead and check the standings then in the league table. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it on a little bit to the next game, which is the Bournemouth game. So let me just run it on because I want to see if Spurs actually play any matches, and no, they still haven't. We've still got 2 games in hand. So this is where we end then on episode 14. We've played 28 games. We're on 68 points. Spurs have played 26 and they're on 57 points. So it's an 11-point lead, but potentially if Spurs win those 2 games, it can be cut to a 5-point lead. So not the huge gap that we did have. But the good news is as well, earlier on the episode, obviously we beat Real Madrid in the Champions League first leg. We're 1-0 up after beating them at the Bernabeu away from home with 10 men. So that was a fantastic achievement. And join us on the next episode, which will be episode 15. And the fixtures on episode 15, as we looked at, will be Bournemouth in the Premier League, Watford in the Premier League, and then it's the big one. We're going to be playing Real Madrid at the Etihad in that second leg of the Champions League last 16. So do join us for episode 15. Thank you for watching on this episode 14. I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch the videos. Like I say, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I wish you all the very best. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.